Good morning everyone. This video I'm going to create for all the freshers or someone into a non-SAP background who would like to know about SAP. What is SAP ERP and what is SAP S4HANA? Many are like confused about what is the ECC 6.0, what is SAP S4HANA, what is on-premise, what is public, what is private cloud. In the cloud also you have multiple options. Hybrid also you have. To clear all this confusion, I'm going to create this video. Even I'm going to show SAP screen and shows a couple of activities. Today I'll be sharing SAP ERP, SAP ECC 6.0 system to demonstrate to all. And after few days, I'll be releasing another video about SAP S4HANA with Fury, with Vera Plus, whatever the options are there. And even I'll try to share SAP S4HANA EWM also. Like in ECC, we follow SAP WM, warehouse management. In HANA, we follow SAP S4HANA EWM. Okay, and there are few modules are introduced in SAP S4HANA, and that also I will talk. Before you get into SAP screen, or anyone just college pass out, or now you joined some company working in a manufacturing firm, and you are using other ERP tools, but you want to get into a other organization where you can find that Fortune companies are using SAP, imagine, or any other ERP. So how much you should know as a user experience, or how much you should know as an analyst, how much you should know as a consultant, how much you should know as a data migration expert, or maybe you want to become a coding into coding side, you want to get into into the SAP side, then how much knowledge you should know, right? So about all this, I'm going to share detailed information, and I'll share a couple of business scenario also, like which I worked in the initial stage of my experience, the client and all, right? I can demonstrate with example. Okay, I don't want to share more about the client information, but I can tell about the website, whatever they have mentioned, that information I can explain. Let me share my screen and give you a rough info about the same, and then from that you can take up the knowledge on SAP screen and module-wise experience. Even I will explain all the module one by one, and who can take this module with the which background, right? So all that I can explain, and which degree, background of engineering or MBA, marketing, operations, or engineering into non-IT, IT, whichever sector you are from, right? I'm going to explain about which model you should choose and how you should prepare yourself with the free videos, free knowledge, whatever you find here and there. Learn out of that exposure you have to get. Then you want a personal coaching, or maybe you want to get into a deeper dive, then you can think about getting into the personal coaching. Okay, so I'll go to a website first, then I will manage to explain you about SAP system. Okay, so firstly you should know what is SAP ERP, right? So type SAP ERP, then you can find this information in the Google, and you can read about all this SAP ERP, like software name, and when Wikipedia and all, if you open, right, you will get a lot of information here. Okay, and why it is called SAP ERP, okay, and why it is called as SAP S4HANA, right? Two different applications you can find in the Google. Okay, like most of the organizations are today using SAP ERP, which is ECC 6.0, EHP 8, or EHP 10 package, and who are all moving from SAP ECC to HANA, then definitely they should get into this application, SAP S4HANA, as a product. Okay, they're going to implement this software. If anyone looking for an opportunity to do implementation project, then you should learn directly from a SAP S4HANA application. If you know SAP ECC, good, no issues at all. You can learn from SAP ECC also, but getting into HANA with the changes what SAP has released with different versions, right? You can go through that. You can see here the initial release date is 3rd February 2015. Okay, since 2015, SAP S4HANA is there in the market, and yeah, every year there will be a different version will be released as per the requirement what customer is looking for. Okay, now it's about SAP ERP and SAP S4HANA, and I will get into one example of a company. I can take example. This is just for example. I'm just demonstrating. So Honeywell. Okay, if you go into Honeywell website, you can find lot of verticals they have, right? Business. They're running with the aerospace, commercial building, energy, healthcare, IT, high tech, life sciences, logistics, warehouse, manufacturing, retail, utilities, like that, right? There are a lot of things you can see here. Okay. In case they want to already they are using SAP and implemented SAP long back, just if that company would like to implement SAP, then they should keep a vertical separately, right, for each and every business. They cannot merge everything into a single entity. Okay. So in that situation, you should know about the business process of what energy is doing, or healthcare side what they are doing, right? You should know about this kind of a knowledge what business is managing. So initially when you go for implementing SAP, you should know about business process, what they're following, which ERP they're using today, legacy data you should check. From that you should explore whatever they want to implement, right? Initially we discover, then we explore, then we go with the uh, preparation and all. We will work on different phases, right? So initially when you are not knowing about SAP module completely, firstly you should understand about the business process. Okay. Later you can think about all the modules which includes in the implementation time. So what are the modules are going to include? I'll just type and show you. Okay, I'll just go with the notepad and I'll just type here. Okay, with the different information. Okay, let me type here. Okay, so how you start your implementation of SAP S4 HANA, okay, system. Okay, in that which are the model will come into picture. You should know about SAP S4 HANA FICO. It's a base model. Like I can say the starting, you have to define all the company code and all, right? Details you have to do in the SAP FICO. Then you should go for SAP S4 HANA You can parallelly manage all this implementation on the system. It's not like you have to go with the one by one module. As per the business requirement, you have to uh, select like which model they are implementing for their business requirement. You have to suggest them, and business will opt accordingly. And few modules which SAP given or introduced recently, that also can be opted. It's about business expectation, what they want, they can adopt it. Okay. So now if you go with this kind of a module, like I can type all this module for HANA SD, S for HANA, PPQM, then SAP S for HANA, EAM. It's formally called as PM. Okay, I can put that also here. HANA EAM. So it's called PM, plant maintenance. Then SAP S for HANA, EWM, then SAP S for HANA, TM. Okay, then SAP S for HANA, PS. There are other modules like you can see ABAP. ABAP is a technical module, basic, and then security, right? There are many modules are there which comes under security, and SAP GRC and security. Okay, like this, there are many modules will come into picture. SAP BTP is there, now SAP CPA is there, right? So many module, technical module are there, right, in SAP. So it's all about like SAP IBP is there, then SAP PPDS is there, SAP for HANA PPDS. Okay. So it's all about production planning and detailed scheduling, like that. You can find who has PPQM experience, they can take SAP has S/4HANA PPDS. So anyway, I'll come from one to one. I'll go one by one all the module. So FICO, definitely who has finance background knowledge can take this. Okay, finance background experience. I can take this particular module, background experience. Okay. If anyone from education background of BCom, MCom, Com, then MBA, right, or CA, like that. If you have a different education background, you can take this financial module, FICO module, finance and controlling. FI is finance, CO means controlling. So in HANA system, it's called sourcing and procurement. Okay, this one is called as sourcing and procurement. In ECC, it's called as SAP Okay, don't get confused with the model. SAP is called in SAP ERP or ECC system 6.0 version. What I'm talking about today, I'm going to show that system only as a demonstration. And next, I will be talking more about the HANA system in next video. Okay. So who can take this? All engineering background. For all from engineering background can take this application as a module, and MBA with the supply chain or any MBA management, like HR and marketing and all, they can take separate module. Like if HR side, I can see SAP HCM is there. Human Capital Management, and SAP Success Factors there. This is for more into human resource management side who has experience, or maybe they have done MBA, so they can take SAP HCM, SAP Success Factor. Okay, so SAP SD, it's for more about sales and distribution. Sales and distribution who has MBA in sales and marketing, okay, can take this module, and who has a domain experience of sales and marketing can take as a consulting also. Consulting experience they can take, and who has a just education completed in MBA and would like to know about SAP, they at least they should know about the user level experience initially. Once they're familiar with that experience of what is what, then they can get into consulting level. I will explain the detailed way of what is user level experience, what is consulting level experience. I'll take one model which I am familiar with, one model, which model I can take. This is the model I can take. Okay, so that you can follow me here. Okay. Okay, here these all other modules are, I'll just put some space so it will be clear to visible here, and add here. Okay, let me add every module wise. I will explain, so you'll get a clarity of what module it is and why it is to be, why it to be like need to be implemented, right? I can add that knowledge. Okay, so PPQM is more about any engineering graduates can do it. Okay, engineering graduates or supply chain again, who is interested in the production planning and controlling quality management. Okay, production planning, then controlling, in the sense quality management. Sorry, quality management. Okay, with this experience, they can take SAP S/4HANA PPQM, production planning and quality management. So sometime I've seen SAP S/4HANA PP separately managed by a few consultant, SAP S/4HANA QM also managed separately, QM consultant. So with the more experience. So someone has a PP in-depth knowledge and QM is like a secondary module. They can manage PP QM requirement if they have a straight requirement, in the sense not much complicated business requirement they have. Okay, so EM is more about enterprise asset management. Okay, in ECC we call it as plant maintenance module. So let me get into the screen. Here's Notepad. So here you can see that, yeah, who can manage from engineering graduates and all, they can take, but I propose this experience once you do it in a company side where you manage to handle so a lot of plant maintenance activity over there. You are managing machineries, equipments, a lot of activity the organizations are managing, and you have to balance that process, right? Once you know about the business knowledge, process knowledge, then taking this EM is good. Or else you can take a knowledge from anyone, experienced person, then you can take module level knowledge, then you can join the organization where SAP EM or PM is, it's there user level side. At least you can join such company and you can work on the system, and then you can become a consultant also. Okay, EWM is more about in SAP. WM is there in SAP ECC. Okay, ECC 6.0, I'm just typing here, it's there in ECC, but in HANA it's a EWM. What is EWM? Extended warehouse management. And SAP S/4HANA, this is transportation management. Okay, again I'll summarize for everyone that what are the modules are there, what exactly the uh, background of that, like how much you know knowledge, should know that much knowledge of like skills to manage the requirement. Okay, these are all about business technology platform. Okay, it's in um, SAP HANA system only, BTP. Okay, so IBP is integrated business planning, that is IBP, and PPDS is production planning and detailed scheduling. That PPDS is HCM is human capital management, and this is a success factor. This is cloud platform integration. So let's get into a summary of what exactly the module wise which I'm talking about. So you may get again revise of entire data what I have mentioned in Notepad. So firstly, I spoke about SAP S/4HANA FICO, finance and controlling, which can be managed by an experienced person in a finance and controlling, or maybe someone from a MBA background would like to take up a knowledge as a SAP HANA FICO. They can just at least start module level knowledge of user level experience. They can start, and if they're willing to continue for a longer time with that module as a consultant, they can learn and they can acquire such skills. Okay, if you ask like whether I'll get a job with the knowledge of SAP S/4HANA FICO only without having experience, It's possible. If you go with your internship, if you go with the normal training with the experienced person, then you involve with the one or two real-time experience examples. Okay, you can take it and you can implement, and you should have a proper hands-on experience, like how others are working in a company side, right? If you take that knowledge and you implement as much as possible, and you make your resume more beautiful, like in the sense with the keywords and all. Okay, instead of only going with the fresher, you can put as a summary of your entire knowledge which you have got with SAP S/4HANA FICO. You can put all the points, whatever you covered in your training, you can put that point. Then 3 months or 4 months it will take for you to learn everything. Then 3 months you should engage with the internship, or else you can completely set your mind that 1 year after my education, 1 year I'll set my time for completely learning all this technology, and I'll take a lot of time to experience in the system. Then I apply for a job also. You can go with that methodology. Like few companies are like, they will pay you a internship amount, like a stipend. You can join and you can get some 8 to 10,000 or 15,000 rupees as a stipend during your learning time. It depends on the organization, like how much business they're going to generate from you. They may pay you higher stipend. Okay, so it's all about SAP S/4HANA FICO. FICO is more about, initially you have to manage to handle all the setup for the company, like about the P&L, like profit and loss balance sheet will be there, and general ledger to be maintained, then cost center, profit center, controlling areas, business area. Then there are many terminology you can find, like valuation, right? Then pricing, billing, account payable, account receivable. There are a lot of information you can find in a SAP S/4HANA FICO module. Okay, now I'll talk about my favorite module, like my experience. Like I have experience of almost 13 years into the consulting side. In that, I got more into a domain knowledge of managing production planning, quality management, purchasing, and I was in a manufacturing company for 8 months. Then I joined as a user in the year 2014. I was a user, and I was managing all the module wise, like quality management, material management, then production planning, then sales and distribution, then shipping side LE module is there, right? So I have involved in that end-to-end business process in a company. So later I become a SAP consultant. Okay, so that's why I got a very good knowledge on material management in the initial days of my experience. So initially I was like focused more about production planning and quality management, because I was into quality management and production planning. I took all the training. Then I got into later into module. Okay, so if I talk about module, SAP S/4HANA module is called as now SAP S/4HANA Sourcing and Procurement. So if anyone asks like what is SAP SAP is material management model in SAP ECC 6.0 version, and in HANA it's a sourcing and procurement. Okay, so that's a difference between the ECC and HANA, the naming convention. If you ask like what are the areas you should know about material management, definitely you should know about firstly about configuration side. You should know if you want to become a consultant. Then you should know about the master data, how you manage to create master data, then transaction data, then reports and table level knowledge. Then you should know integration between material management with the finance, then sales and distribution, then warehouse management, then quality management, production planning, then quality this project system, plant maintenance. Like there are multiple models are there. Whichever model you are looking in SAP ECC, you should know one module in depth with and you should know you should have an exposure of other module integration. Okay, if you get into HANA, then you should know about EWM integration with material management, which is sourcing and procurement. Other than all, I can see the same feature SAP given, and there are few changes are there in particular in few modules that you can explore and you can get it done. Okay, if you are completely now joining SAP S/4HANA application, sometimes not required to know about SAP ECC also, because the company is completely moving from other legacy system to a SAP S/4HANA. So how we used to follow SAP implementation a couple of years back, right? Implementing SAP ECC system. That time it was one system. So whatever we know about the application, we used to follow that and implementing the project. Now, same way, anyone would like to get into a consulting side. So firstly, you should know about SAP S/4HANA application, how it works. Okay, if company is using today ECC and you're joining that company to implement HANA, then you should know about ECC, how it works, and how to transform that transition from ECC to HANA, how to migrate from here to there, right? Because in ECC, if you take as a supplier or customer, it is managed separately the transaction, but in HANA you can find it's in a single transaction code as a BP, right? So any differences you see in ECC and HANA. So while migrating the data into a ECC to HANA, you should know very well. Okay, in case the company is going with a greenfield implementation project, just listen here. What is greenfield implementation project? Completely they are going with the other legacy to a SAP S/4HANA without copying any or migrating from the old system. So directly they are going to prepare from the scratch. Okay, maybe they can innovate some new features, or maybe they can identify some gap which they have had in ECC. They can discuss and they can fix it accordingly. If they want to go with the brownfield implementation project, then it's like a kind of a copy from there to loading into a SAP S/4HANA. There is a different process will be followed in brownfield implementation project. In greenfield, it's a different steps you have to follow. Okay. Now I explained about FICO and material management. Who can take a training also, like BCom, MCom, MBA, or CA, or finance background who are all have exposure of finance side. They can take seriously to become a consultant. They can take it. It's not mandatory. You should um, go for finance side only module. If you are not interested in finance after doing a couple of years of experience, you can choose other module consultant also. Okay, you can learn from the scratch and then you experience such knowledge on the business side. Then you can implement that knowledge and you can apply in your like you can go with the resume with that knowledge and you can apply for the organization level to crack the interviews and you can join and work for that same role. Okay. Now, if you talk about what is sales and distribution, who has experience of a sales and marketing, or maybe MBA in sales and marketing, or operations, or they have more into a sales side, they can take SAP S/4HANA sales and distribution, which is also one of the vast module. I can say how FICO is big, MM is very big, and then SD. FICO, MM, SD. These three are the base module which you have to implement mandatory for any business. Means financially you have to manage everything. Finance module is required for everything. Then procuring the material, management of inventory, and handling all the purchasing activity between the customer and supplier and the company. You have to balance this implementing MM module to handle customer services, customer sales order, closing the sale order and all, right? It's more about sales and distribution. So FICO, MM, SD, three module you have to know. Know in the sense you should know at least overview of all the modules, but you have to stick into one module as a longer time to learn and experience more and more about the same module. Don't try to take 2-3 modules together, which will not help you to become a consultant. But if you want to become a user level experience, then definitely you can learn a couple of modules along with your like you can apply for a job where they ask you to know about material management, some finance module you should know, then little about production planning, then a few knowledge about a few transactions you should know about SD. Right? You have to balance multiple module in the business process where you join as a user side requirement or maybe profile. That time you should know about end-to-end module level information. Okay, that you can definitely manage, and effectively you can manage the business and application level data also you can enter accordingly. Okay, and don't get confused with the different roles also. If you are talking about SAP user, means what after implementing the project and once it is live, someone is using other legacy system in their company today, and the same working employee moving into SAP application to start running on the creating all the data in SAP system. Okay, so their role is more about managing the data in the SAP system. Okay, who is going to manage on the taking care of the analyst role? Analyst role is what? It's between business user and consultant who gather all the business requirement from the subject matter expert or maybe group process owners who are from the business side. They will collect all the business requirement and they will give it to consultant. They will map and they will start implementing in the SAP system. So SAP analyst is the I can say they are having good knowledge about the business activity, not only about SAP application. They should know about other application information also, how exactly SAP is going to integrate with other third-party application, how they can manage best data collected from the business and giving it to the consultant to design and make it a more smooth activity, right? Smooth flow and all. They have to balance in between, like as an analyst role, I can say. If you're talking about consultant, there you can find different roles also there. You cannot become directly as a lead consultant or a solution architect, right? You have to go with the lower position called associate consultant. then consultant, then senior consultant, then lead consultant. Then you can become a like principal consultant, or you can become a solution architect. There are a few designations are there in different organization level. You can just check about the different roles available in a particular organizational position. Accordingly, you can apply for the job role. Okay. So now I discuss about FICO, MM, and SD. Now I talk more about production planning and quality management. So production planning is more about who has experience of production planning and all, right, end-to-end controlling of production activity and managing the complete production process of from the business perspective. So they should know about all the knowledge about sales order, production order creation, then bill of material, the routing. There are a few PP side, some of the knowledge you should know. I will share my screen and show it. What are the areas you should explore as a PP? And in quality management, you should know about how to manage quality inspection setup for the material. Then you should know about how to handle quality inspection characteristics and how to manage quality inspection plan. Then sampling procedures. Then you should know how to create inspection lot during your goods receipt time from the purchasing side, or maybe issuing to the sales order or issuing to the production order. After doing the production order, you are going to receive the stock in a store location. That time also you should do the inspection. So every stage by stage you have to implement, like you have to know about how to implement quality management model. So there you should know how to do the usage decision, quality result will be done, then confirming this material is good. Okay, from here to here you have to move, and you have to do the usage decision part also. Okay. So if you know at least PPQM a little bit along with your MM experience, it's always good. And you know something about finance and SD with the better management model knowledge, and you are able to manage the project with the support of consultants who they hire this module for the projects. Some cases I have seen they will not hire PPQM consultant for the particular project where they see very minimal implementation is time is required to implement, in the sense very basic knowledge required. That time what happens, maybe someone in the other project can take we can take support, and as MM consultant can take care of that PP and QM basic configuration, and you can just implement. And if they see something more critical and need to hire PPQM consultant, they may hire. Until that, as MM consultant will take care of the PPQM. I have seen in my experience. Then more about if I talk about warehouse management, it's about if you are not able to manage your inventory through IM is there as a sub module. I can say inventory management module, you can manage at least stock placing in a store location and all. If the business looking for little more warehouse management activity, then you can implement WM module in a SAP ECC 6.0, not in SAP S/4HANA. In SAP S/4HANA, you can go with EWM, embedded EWM. Embedded EWM is extended warehouse management module. Okay, and if you want to go with the decentralized, centralized, there are different scope is there based on the system which you are handling or which you are going to implement in your company. So accordingly, you can choose which EWM system you want to implement. Okay. Next is about EM. EM is in HANA, Enterprise Asset Management, which covers, I think, more about plant maintenance, customer service, multiple main module and sub module got combinedly, and they are managing EM in HANA. If you talk about ECC, it's completely called plant maintenance separate module, and customer service module is separate module in ECC. So I'm not having much knowledge about EM in depth. So whenever I get more exposure about EM module and how it works, what are the areas you have to explore, and how much you should learn as a SAP EM, S/4HANA EM consultant, or SAP S/4HANA EM associate consultant, what knowledge you should have and how much knowledge you should gather, and which are the company will hire you for the same position. Okay. Then you can find this ABAP. It's a programming knowledge which you should know as a basic. From the functional side, you should know little of knowledge on the ABAP. Coding side, definitely who has coding experience can take up SAP S/4HANA ABAP module. And now you can see the market SAP S/4HANA TM also there. TM is transportation management. Normally, who has knowledge of material management and sales and distribution model, they can take TM module directly. They can jump and they can take update their skill on SAP S/4HANA TM module. Okay, which is more about transportation management. If some companies are not able to handle the transportation activity with the existing modules, or maybe in the sales and distribution side, you can manage a couple of transaction like shipping of material from here to there. But where you find a lot of complicated scenarios are there, you have to implement HANA TM, then definitely company should implement TM module for their business process. Okay. Then if I talk about PPDS, it's a S/4HANA production planning detailed scheduling. I think I'll give you a correct full form about the same. And APO also there, SAP APO, it's in SAP ECC, not in HANA. Then HCM, human capital management, success factors. These are all more about who are all from a HR background. If anyone watching this video are from a HR background, human resource management, so you can learn SAP HCM and SAP success factors. But you have to research more about which companies are hiring such role without knowing that information, or maybe without understanding the position available in the market. Don't try to learn these modules. Okay, as per your requirement, you can learn and you can think for look for such a position in the company side. Okay, then what else I missed out? There are few modules are there, I think, which need to be implemented. I would have missed out, then you can just comment in the comment box. Okay, these are the modules I have managed, and these are the information you should know. And I can talk in next video about the whatever I left out modules, right? Okay, whatever whatever left out module which you can see here, you are not able to see in this session, that you can comment. Then accordingly, I can talk about that module, how it is useful, and I can explore and I can come back and explain you all. Okay. In technical side, you can think about SAP Basis in HANA. S/4HANA Basis team also involved in database management, and even GRC security team also will be there to take care of the roles and authorization part. There are a lot of things are there in Basis and GRC and security side. I cannot say in just one or single one two sentence. I have to elaborate. I have to discuss more about that with the experienced people. They will share all the knowledge, then I can come and share the knowledge with you all. Okay. Okay, now let's explore a little about the system-wise knowledge. What I'll do is I will try to show one module SAP MM in SAP ECC. Okay, now again, don't comment that, okay, this is the system not used now in a company. Yes, it is used. Many are using today. They are trying to move from a ECC to S/4HANA. Definitely, consultants are nowadays like exploring in HANA system what are the features are there. Even I have a good understanding about the sourcing and procurement model, but there are many models are there in SAP. It takes longer time to explore everything, but I will do one by one. I'll get all the knowledge, and I can make a videos on the same. Okay, so let me share my screen quickly. Okay, hope you all able to see my screen here. Okay, so this is SAP Easy Access screen. Normally, when SAP is SAP best practice, SAP give us application, right? This is the screen you can see in SAP HANA. You see the same screen, but there are few features are given by SAP will be different compared to SAP ECC. Okay, that I will show in the next video. I'll explore more about HANA system, and at least I can tell about in one model what are the changes are there, so that you can experience accordingly. You can apply in your job also. Okay. Now imagine this is the front end where you have to create a data. In the sense, if you are going to create a master data or transaction reports, there are multiple module wise you can see here: material management module, sales and distribution module, LE module, production planning module, plant maintenance module, customer service module, quality management, right? And project system, GTM. Then you can see here EHS module, right? Environment, health and safety. And if you go to accounting, then you can find financial modules. If you go to human resource, then you can find HR modules like time management, personal management, payroll, right? All this you can find under the ECC only. In HANA, I think it's human capital management. HCM will be there. Okay. And if you go with these tools, there you can find customizing. And if you click on this IMG, it will take you into the backend where you can implement the system. In a sense, you can design the system as per the business requirement. This is the consultant job. I can see in the backend you can go and design whatever you want. Okay. Now I will not get into directly into the consulting level knowledge. I will just show you one scenario of creating the data in the front end. Okay. I'll create one material. I create one supplier master. I'll create one info record. I'll create one source list, and I'll generate requisition manually. Then I create PO. Then I do GR. Then I'll go with the invoice payment. Once I complete this activity, then I'll show you the report. What are the reports you should explore for each and every transaction level. Then I will show about the little on the table level knowledge where exactly the data will be stored. Then I'll get into the design part of the system configuration. Then after doing that design, I'll come and do couple of testing in the front end. So it may take another 30 to 35 minutes to complete, maybe maximum 45 minutes. I can take your time, in the sense you can follow this video and you can learn as much as possible. Then you can get into SAP system. Then you can practice and you can comment whatever the issues you are facing during your practice system in the practice time. Okay. Let's get into the system where I can generate some of the data as per the user side. This knowledge, whatever I'm going to share you, this much you learn effectively. That much is enough for clearing the user level position, like purchase engineer or procurement analyst or inventory analyst. Inventory side, you are going to be a storekeeper, store executive, or master data management. You are managing on the metal master side, or whichever role, like planning engineer, production executive, then plant maintenance executive, plant maintenance, like what I can say, senior or maybe any junior role, whatever role you can find in a business. So you have to know, you should know about the particular module wise transaction code. So I am exploring only with I cannot show everything under each and every module, but in future I can explore and I can try to educate you on user level experience of all the module which you can see in ECC and also in the HANA side. At least I can educate you all the module with the user level experience, but consulting level, I can explain you more on material management, and with the EWM, I can definitely explain a couple of scenarios. Then plant maintenance, I know about configuration and all. I can show some of the testing scenario also over there. So sales and distribution, I know a few couple of configuration, not much. Okay, I can explore more about STO sites, stock transfer order, and all right. That time I can explore about the sales and distribution. Let's focus more on material management now. So I'll go with this material management, and here I create a material master. Okay, I will not talk more about this T code or maybe path or whatever it is. You can find a lot of videos in YouTube that you can refer and you can learn out of that experience. So I'm just summarizing about today how you can manage as a user level experience on material management model. Okay, then I'll be talking about the baseline configuration, how much you should know as a consultant baseline configuration, how much you should test it. Okay, and I cannot showcase everything today. So maybe in future I can, I have done a couple of training to aspirants, right? That videos can be loaded into your into my YouTube channel. From that you can watch all the videos. There are like number of videos are managed by me, and I will upload that. Maybe you will not find that much clarity or quality in the video. Okay, so just adjust with the video quality. Okay, now I'll be going with the transaction code MM01. Just create material here. Here you should select the industry which you are going to choose. You can find multiple industry SAP given, or you can configure whatever industry you are going to implement. Accordingly, system has option to configure. Here I can take as a standard material RVH as a raw material. If I want to create a raw material from the company perspective, you take an example of any company. Like if I take a Honeywell product, okay, if I go with Honeywell company, if I take some product here, if I go to aerospace, and here if you find some of the product, right, let me maximize the screen, and that product need to be created in the SAP system. How you create it? Okay, example, I take aerospace here, or I can take automation. So here you can find their product, or you can go to, I'll just close this, I'll go to Honeywell. Okay, I'll just open some of the products which I can create here, and then you can understand better. Okay, example, these are the product. Okay, these are products, right? So you can see a lot of products are here, right? You can take any product as example here, right? Walls or any electronic items you're talking about. So you can take that, right? So I can take as a spark plug also from a Bosch brand. Like I can refer, and Honeywell, whatever things are there, switches I can take, right? Any product which I'm talking to, like buy from outside, right? Some cap or maybe cascades or control panel or wall or something which I'm going to purchase, right, from outside, so as a raw material. So I can take such material to create. Then I cannot give a lot of information on the detail by each by line by line, but I can cover as much as possible in this video. Okay, while selecting the view, we just select as per the department. I'm going with the department of purchasing and storage, and then accounting. Quality management I'm not using here. There is no activation of quality management, so I cannot test it. Once I activate quality management, I can use the view, and I can manage to handle the GR posting for that, and inspection log will generate during that time. I will create one scenario on the same that also. So now I will be adding the plant number which I'm using for the testing purpose, and location I'm using HW01, HSL1. Okay. So here I can see that number is picking up automatically from the system. Internal number range will be taken here, and I can take here as a control panel. Control panel which I'm going to purchase for some PCB and all I'm going to manage, whatever it is, like control panel I'm going to purchase. This is a unit of measurement, like I'll take it as each, and it's a mechanical item. I can say mechanical items, and I can go with the group, which group it is belong to, right? Material. Then I'll just fill only the mandatory entries. Okay, what is purchasing group? Who is going to purchase this material? Who is the responsible person to procure the material? So I'm adding the purchasing group. If I enter purchasing group, if I go to purchasing data, then it'll, like if you enter something MRP, then it'll ask for MRP also, right? I'll put ND, then I'll go with the storage location, and then I'll go to accounting view. So accounting view, you should select the valuation class. So which valuation class that material is belong to like after this, you have to know about even how you are managing this valuation class with the GL account, general ledger account, how system will trigger the entry when you accounting entry when you receive the GR for the purchased item. So purchasing you're doing from the supplier, and they will supply the product and you receive it. Then definitely system should understand, right, which account it should hit, and later you can check the report of the same. Okay, for the loss or maybe the profit or differences, all that you can see in the GL report. Okay, like in that accounting report. So I'm taking this as a standard raw material as a from the SAP given option, and I'm going to maintain the price control. It's more about what is moving and what is standard. Moving is more about your raw material price always varies. That's the reason you have to go with the moving average price. As per the business understanding, they can go with the moving average price. Then if any price is fixed, right? Example, semi-finished or finished goods, you can go with the standard price, which you are going to decide internally instead of setting up the moving price. You can go with the standard price. So I'm going to add this moving average price, and then I'll type the price of this particular control panel is 500 INR. Okay, now which company code I am doing is Indian currency. So if I manage to handle any USA region, then I have to maintain the currency in the company code level as a USD. If I manage something Euro and then UR, then China means I have to do China, Japan, whichever country I'm going to manage, their specific to country specific, then the currency will be the base currency will be definitely on the specific to a country which you're going to do the business. Okay, so if you are going to maintain any standard price control here, then you can enter the standard price. Here it is not required. Now the total stock is 0, total value is 0. Then after doing the GR goods receipt, then you can come back and check the control panel. This size I can say 5 by 5 something I can put, so I can remember this material easily while creating the transaction data. Okay, I'm going to save this data, enter, and save it. Okay, now I got this material generated. If I want to change or display, I can go with the 0 to 8. I can change any view. I can go and change here. Okay, I can go with the plant number. I can change whatever I want. If I want to display something here, then I can go with this particular material and I can display particular view. In the display time, you cannot change the entry. Only you can view. As a user, someone don't have access to create the material, but display access is there. They can go and display the material which was created by some other master data management team. Okay. Now, if I forgot this like a number, material number, then how to check it? As a report, I can see MM60 is the report where you can go and you can find the material number also. If I don't know the number also, you just put the number of plant here, system 01, and then type ROH material. Then all the RH material will be displayed for the particular plant. Right, today which I created is control panel 5 by 5. It will be here. Okay, it's in the bottom. Other all will be showing here. And if you want to show changes are done recently, then it will show like this. Any changes are done for the material. If I do some changes to this particular material, if I go and change something on the material wise, if I go add something here, material, then change it, MRP or purchasing, I'll go and I'll change the purchasing group. Instead of SW1, I can change it to this one, purchase group Vijay. Okay, enter. So if I save this, then if I come back to other screen right here, if I refresh it, right, if I come back and refresh here, execute, then it will show it got changed here. If I remove the number also, if I execute this particular report, if I put this last change, today's the changes which I done for the control panel, it will show the date. This is system date, not like today's date, right? Here you can see this 29 is today's date here, and this is the SAP system date which is set up. Okay. Okay, this is about Metal Master creation, and there are a lot of things you should know about how to delete the master data, Metal Master, and which table it will get stored, where it will get stored. All that knowledge is not required for a user level. If you know the user level experience more and more, it's good only, not an issue. But how much minimal knowledge you should know, that much you should learn. Then you can apply for the interviews what companies are looking for, right? Then next is about creating a supplier master, where you will go and create supplier master. You have to go to purchasing and master data. Here you should look for vendor and purchasing here centrally. Okay. Now in ECC you can see this kind of a these are the T codes, but in HANA you can find BP transaction code. Okay. You can go with this SK01 and you can put your company code and purchase organization. Then you can go with the accounting key. Okay, account group. Here I can put the company and I can say Mag Engineering is my supplier for some of the product to purchase. They produce some sheet metal item. I can purchase it from there. I'm running a company called Honeywell, and my vendor is Mag Engineering Private Limited. So I'm going to create a supplier master here. Okay, search term will be easy here. I can put the address and all, where street, everything I can put here as a mandatory. If it is there, I can enter. Then I can go with the mandatory field to enter here as a reconciliation account. So this will help us to pay the particular amount to the vendor with this particular GL account which you are going to maintain here. Okay, this is more about finance and controlling side knowledge. If you have any confusion, you can talk to finance and controlling team. They will explain about the reconciliation account and GL account, how it works for the supplier master. Okay, so in the purchasing data here, you have to mention about the currency, which currency they deal with, supplier, and what are the payment terms they have, like immediately you have to pay or maybe net pay, something discount, all that. You can go with the payment terms. It is the agreement between the business and supplier. That's it. There are few fields are there which you can fill accordingly, or else you can save the data. So I just maintain some vendor with number like this. So now I have to change it. I can go with the change mode SK01, or I can go here and I can change the particular view. If I want to change some particular view only, I can select the checkbox here. I can go and change some of the views. I want to maintain something cash on delivery, or maybe any option. This is missed out during first time creation. I can maintain this and then I can save it. Cash on delivery. Okay, so then I can save it. And if I want to display that changes have done, right, I can go and display also. This is appearing now. Okay, and deletion or any other entry which you want to explore, you can explore with the action here. Here there are options are there. You can go and list display. You can do then you can do with the options messages are here, or you can go with the mask changes. Then vendor evaluation. There are a lot of options are there in the vendor master level. Service conditions, all that. Okay, so here you can find now report first. Firstly, you can think about report. A deletion, plan for deletion, blocking, account group change, these all you can explore. It's easy, and you can go and just execute the action in the system and you experiment with this. Okay, so if you want to see the list of all the supplier master, you can go with this particular purchase organization. I have put mag in that search term, right? It's easy for me to search now. If I execute with this, I can get the supplier master here. I can go and view the data from the supplier master. Okay, if I come back here, it will show this. If I remove this search term, it will show all the supplier under particular purchase organization. If I don't enter this particular entry, if I execute, so it will give entire data of system, whatever SAP in the system you have saved supplier master. But it's not good to do this because huge data will be there in the system. It will take longer time to execute all the entry. So better always put minimal information of this entry. You want to filter with KRAD, account group, or you want to go with the purchase organization SW01. You can just filter like this, so it will show only selected vendor with that account group. If you remove the account group, it will show all the vendor with respect to other account group also. Okay, so like this you can manage the supplier master. Then you can go with the info record, where you should go to info record. Here you should go to info record. How to manage the info record? So already I created this vendor. If you don't know how to search this vendor, just go here and click on this E. Always choose the E option here, vendor purchasing. Then put the purchase organization number here. Then you can find here Mag Engineering Private Limited. Okay, I'm just taking this as a vendor. Then I don't know material which I have fitted today, right? I can go and plant number I can put. Again, you can go with the W. Before it was E, and here it is W. Then you can enter the plant number. Then here you can search for control panel. Okay, here if I go here, control, I can type control star. Okay, it will show all the entry with the control panel. Okay, this is the control panel which I maintained today. Other control panel bracket, it's there in the system, different numbers. So just create this material, like enter this material, and then go into inside this next screen. Okay, in the previous screen, should say, okay, you should see this. There are 4 categories are there. What is standard? What is subcontracting? What is pipeline? What is consignment? 4 different categories you should know very well before you creating the info record. Now I'm going to create for a standard purchase order creation, not for subcontract, not for pipeline, not for consignment. Okay, keep this in mind. Sometimes we forget this screen. What are the entries are there in the first screen? Always get familiar with the screen. What you're entering here. What are the entries you are doing here? Combination. Then go inside. Then enter the minimum details over here. How many days it will take? How much you want to purchase in a first time standard quantity, like procurement time, how much you want to standard quantity you want to purchase or minimum quantity you want to purchase. Like that, you can enter the details here. Okay, I have maintained something 500 in the metal master, but this 500 is more about after talking to the supplier. This is the price which they are negotiate with us, and they will pay. Like we will pay to the supplier. In case we can negotiate to 490 or 450 also, as per the buyer negotiation skill, they can negotiate. So we will get more profit in that case. Okay, I'm entering this value here, and then I'm going to save it. This is a basic info record I maintain. There are many conditions that are to be maintained, so that I'm not going to say in this particular knowledge sharing. So in other videos which I'm going to upload, which I have already trained many aspirants for, that video will be available soon. We'll upload everything series, like 35 videos we are going to upload. Just watch it as per your requirement. Okay, now imagine this info record is maintained. Now I have to display all that. You can go and display also. You can you want to see the list of all the info record, you can just search with this report and you can find the info record. From here you can go and check the info record data again, display. Okay, report you have to explore for all the data. Then I'll be showing about source list, how to maintain the source list. Go with this particular source list. Yes, I am not giving much theory knowledge here for the each and every activity, but you can explore theory knowledge in the Google. You just go and search with that particular entry. Nowadays, like if you go with ChatGPT, you will get a lot of theory information from there. You can read and understand the process. In case you are not able to understand what is what, you can comment in the comment section. Then I can talk in the next meeting. Okay. So how to create the source list? You can enter the material number and plant number here, and go here. You can enter the validity, which date to which date you are going to procure from this particular vendor. So I can give a 3 months date of supply, or maybe 6 months date of supply. So I can give it till October month. The supplier is good to give the material. Okay, I can go and just search with here, search some as a mag, and I can get a this one supplier, and I can enter the this details like purchase organization, this supply implemented or not required. There's no agreement exists. If any agreement exists with this particular material with the supplier, then you can maintain the agreement number here. Then if you are going with a fixed vendor, then you can check on this fixed vendor, or else you just keep as an open. In case you are planning to generate the requisition through MRP, then always go with the MRP record relevant as a 1. Okay, if I enter here, then MRP run will work. If I fix it, then you can use this as a fixed vendor to convert the requisition to an order. With this data will be referred, and you can convert the PR to PO when you don't know which vendor to be selected during the requisition time, right? So conversion will happen automatically because system understands this is a fixed vendor. Whenever the material to be purchased with a reference of requisition, then system will convert from a requisition to an order. Okay, I'm just saving this. Okay, now master data done. Service master, service PO and all I am not going to showcase today. Just I am showing only the standard PO creation. For that you should create a requisition, then PO creation, then GR posting, then invoice posting. Then I'll be closing this knowledge in the sense on the user level knowledge. Then I will talk about design of a system. Like I will take a simple configuration of baseline configuration for the plant creation, store location creation, purchase creation, then purchase group creation. All that I will create as a new data. With that new data, I will do one more round of testing in front of you. So it will be very clear. Now I'm using with the existing data. Next data will be more about new data. Okay. Now I'll go with the creation of a requisition. I'll create requisition here, and I will create the material, take the material here, enter here, and take the material control panel 5 by 5. Then enter the number, how many numbers you're looking for, maybe 50 numbers. Then enter the plant number. And I don't know the vendor now at this stage. I am the person who is looking for material from different department. So this is one more question in the interview. Like, is it requisition is created by a purchasing engineer or buyer? No, not done by, not created by respective buyer or maybe purchase engineer. This is managed by the particular department. Example, okay, production team is looking for some data, like some material, like control panel. They can raise through a manually, they can raise, or maybe through the MRP run. Or sales team is looking for such stock, or maybe plant maintenance team is looking for a product to be procured for maintenance of machinery. Some item is got damaged, so they can raise. Project system team need to find some material from outside for their project to complete. Then they can raise a requisition. So multiple department can raise a requisition as per their requirement. Okay, this is the knowledge you should have. So I can save this after entering all the information. So you will get a number here. Okay. Now, how to convert this number to a PO? You have to observe here in the system. Okay, I'll go with the PO creation here. Create here. Go to this option. Okay, here I can refer the data of whatever I created. Okay, here I can go and I can select the data here. Go here, requisition, and I can pass the requisition number, all that it is coming, because whatever I created previously, it will show here. I'll just take this requisition. Okay, let me input right material number, purchase requisition. I'll remove this number and I'll put the material number. Okay, no data satisfying. Okay, let me try again. Requisition, purchase requisition here, and I'll remove this material. I'll put here. And okay, because of this purchase organization, I did not enter the purchase organization in the requisition level. I have not entered purchase organization. That's why when I enter this purchase organization, system will not able to find out. If I enter the material and plant number, if I execute, it will show the requisition number. So it is here. If I want to drag and drop, I can do it like this. Here card, system will take this information. See, if I don't have a vendor number in the requisition, so system is not able to copy the entire info into the PO. So what I can do, I can maintain some source of supply from the requisition. That's the option. Like, you can go here and here you can look for source of supply. You can enter assign source of supply. System will automatically populate the data from a info record and source list. So this is the fixed one. How system understood? Already fixed is there in the backend. So system understood about the info record. From that, it will pick up the purchase organization also. Now I save this. Okay. Now I come back to ME21N and I search for the requisition here, and I convert that requisition to an order. Then I'll do the GR posting. So I'll just remove this particular requisition number. I'll just put the number and plant. So I have this requisition number. I can pass here. So system will take all the information from the PO and I'll just save it. Nothing I will do it, right? Just everything from the requisition. Now I want to do the GR. I will just go here, MyGo, and enter the data here. MyGo, goods receipt, enter the PO number and look into the GR. Movement type is 101 and press enter. So system will read all the data from the PO as a material number, material group, then quantity, how much you have to receive, and which location you are planning about receiving the goods, then which PO number, and the partner, vendor number, all will be populating from the PO number. So not required to enter any manually. Before you post this GR, you should click on item OK. Why you should do item OK? As an inventory guy who is receiving the product from supplier, they have to check whether physically received is right quantity. He will check, like she will check about the number of entry. 50 numbers are there. Okay, counting is good. Now I can take this material into particular storage location. Which location you're talking about? I'm going to store in a storage location of raw material. So there are different locations are there in a business under this plant. So you can choose which location you're going to store this material. So it's in a raw material store location, and just check it here and post it. Okay. Now GR got posted. If you want to display such document, you can go here, display, and just view whatever you posted. You want to see the history of the PO? Just go here, check the history here. Okay, now GR is posted. You can see here 50 number, the status will be showing as 50 number received, delivered. Now I have to invoice 50 number, then I can close the PO. Okay, I'll just come here and go to my row, and I'll enter the PO number here, and I'll put the date. Today I'm going to invoice this, and press enter, and then here I have to why the okay here I have taken credit memo. I have to do invoice. That's why invoice is not coming directly. You can go with credit here. Sorry, invoice here selection, then go with the date, press enter, then put the PO number, press enter. The value will flow automatically, this much of value. Then you can add this value to close, like this much I have to pay to the vendor. The vendor data is coming automatically here, Mag Engineering Private Limited, enter. Then I can choose the tax code. There's no tax applicable here at this stage. If I have to apply for the tax code, I can apply the tax code here. Okay, example, you are looking for a tax code of something 18%. That also I can show you. Okay, so come here. Where is it? Okay, here I can choose tax code as a something 18%. Okay, I can choose the 18% P6, and I can calculate the tax. So system will calculate this much. Now system shows message that the value should be different. Like it is including the tax code, right? So it's saying that tax code in procedure taxin is invalid. Means it is not there, exist in the system. So I cannot use at this moment as a tax code. I have to check the tax code entry in the system. So instead of that, I can do one thing. I can go with a zero tax code, and later I can look into the system what tax code is really maintained for the particular Indian tax procedure. So then I can apply accordingly. So I can go here, I can use this V0. Now it's showing zero tax code. Okay, now it's showing green. I can do the invoice posting. So invoice posting is done. You want to display the invoice posting, then you can check the invoice posting, whatever done. You want to check the PO from here, click on this, it will take you into the PO, and you can see the history of the particular purchase order. Now you want to change something here as a completely this PO got closed, right? Status is showing that 50-50, everything is done. Okay, you want to close this, go to delivery. Okay, in the history, get into delivery. Here you can do the delivery completion already. It's done. Checkbox automatically. It's checked. In case this is not checked, you can do manually, and then you can close. If you want to block it, and this is block it. Nobody should change the PO because PO is raised and now it's received. I don't want to. Anyone should not change this PO. Then you can go and just lock it. And if anyone unlock and change it, it will show the changes done by any user. Okay. Now if I go with ME23N, I can see this is the PO which is got closed, and this you can see this is the scenario end to end. In case you want to know about reversal of everything like invoice reversal, GR reversal, PO deletion, or anything you want to know about reversal activity, you can just do the reversal of everything, and material will be showing as a zero stock. If I open this particular material, now if I go to accounting view, system will show about the quantity. 500 is the 50 is the total stock, and 25,000 is the total value which you have received. I'm not shown about the GR entry or maybe the accounting entry for the user level experience, but as a consulting level knowledge, you have to know about all the accounting entries also. Okay, now I'll not take much time of yours. So whatever I tested in the front end is a ready data. Now I'll go with the SPRO. I will not do the configuration of a company code, company and all with the finance side. I will just show in the SAP system where exactly it exists. Okay, in the definition, if you go financial accounting, you can find defined company code. Okay, here we have maintained its HW series, right? You can see this HWAE, which I maintain as Annual Aerospace as a brand, as a company, and I have maintained the company as a data. Then I maintained about the company code, which is more about particular country specific. Okay, I've done it for a company code in India, and the currency and all you can see in Indian currency here. If you go here, which has a more about Indian currency. Now you want to know more about the about business area and profit center, cost center, all that you have to explore in the finance FICO side. So now I'll be going into a metal management and logistics general. Under logistics general, you can find this plant, store location and all you can find under the logistics general and metal management. I will not show multiple options of purchasing organization today. I will just go with the only standard purchase organization, like just one purchase organization I can create. I can show all the entries in the front end. Then I will close the process. Okay, so now I have to create a logistic general here as a plant number. So what I will do, I will go with a copy and the copy from my previous plant number. So it will have a proper all the details SW01. I can create SW some 75 number. Okay. Enter, copy all the data here. So once you copy, just copy yes, yes. Everything will be copied into your table. In the sense from that plan to a new plan. So it will have a it will ask for the request. Here you should create a customization request. In real time also you should have a proper customization request. Enterprise structure, I can say enterprise structure uh, for annual. Okay. So I'm going to do now, I think I can say it's kind of a rollout. Okay. Already implementation is done with the Honeywell, with the plant number and all company code. Now I'm going with the rollout of the plant HW02 rollout. Okay. Imagine this is one experience I'm sharing and knowledge to you all. You can just follow whatever you find in a project site. You can just short description as per the guidelines. Okay. Now I'll save it. Here it will generate a CR number. If you want to check again which CR number you have maintained to save the data, you can go to SE10 and you can view the CR number with that particular changes. Whatever you have done, right? You can go and check the changes also done from your end. Okay, as a functional consultant, okay, you should know like what are the view part, not like changing of any CR and all later. That you can take support of a basis team to change your TR. Something issue happened in your TR, right? You can go and ask with the basis team also that on the database part. Okay. Now see, this is copied now. If you ask like where I can go and check the TR number, I can go with SE10 and I can show you the TR with my user ID and display. Here you can see enterprise structure and you will roll out. Here you can see the changes are showing in two IDs. One is subtask, this is the parent task. In this subtask, you can find this is the activity I have done now. If I do multiple activity with the same TR number, it will have a multiple entry in the same subtask level. So I will go with other configuration now quickly. So after doing the plant, I have to extend the store location, right? So I have to maintain the store location for that particular plan. So HW02, I can just copy the same like HW01. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this. I'll just copy here. Okay, 1 second. Copy and I'll change this to HS01, HS02, HS03, HS04, and HS05. Like that, I'm just creating a store location for the Honeywell that plant HW02. These are the store locations are there. So I can change this particular description as per the store location what you are referring. Okay, and just I press and then I will save this. So again, it will ask for the changes which will be captured in the same TR number. Okay, come back here. Here you can delete the entry which you don't want because you copied from that. So delete the old one, delete here, and just save it. Now only this data will be available. Whenever you come here, maintain store location. If you want to check it, you can see these are the display option you can see here. Okay, so now after doing all this creation store location, you have to test it, right? So I can test it in the front end, but before that I can create some purchase organization also here in the material management. I can maintain purchase organization. Then I have to assign also, right? I have to okay maintain here. I just delete the entry. Okay, so I'm going to maintain this purchase organization. I'm copying HW01 to HW02. Simple. I'm copying this. I'll create one more entity. Maybe HW75 I can do. Here, plan to this organization I can make here. Okay, just enter here and I'll save it. Okay, done. Purchase organization. Now I will assign all this information to all this configuration to a company code level, right? How to assign it? A definition is done. You have to assignment. You have to go here, logistic general, assign plant to company code. Here I should do entry SW01 and I have to enter SW75 as a plant number. Okay, so okay, HW75 is already, I have copied, right? That's why I think it got entered, copied directly, I think. Let me check it. HW75. Okay, HW75 is already copied that time and it got assigned to this particular plant. Why this is assignment is not required? I copied from this one, right? HW01, HW01 to HW75. Already that plant is assigned with that particular company code, so it got copied and it's available. In case you don't want to assign with that particular company code, you can change the entry. You can delete this and you can go and do the new entry. Okay, that's the easiest method, right? Already you know that this company code and plant are managed before, and you are extending the another plant and just copy the same data and all the things will be available for that particular plant. If you want to change, you can go and manually change. Okay, so assignment is done. If you are copying, then it's easy. That assignment is not required on the company code to plant. But if you are doing from the scratch, then you have to assign manually. Then go with the material management. Here you can assign the plant to purchase organization. I have to the company code to purchase organization. I can assign here and I can save this. Okay, now I'll go back to particular plan to purchase organization assignment. Okay, this is why I'm doing. I will tell you. I'll test and show you why I'm assigning all this. During procurement time, definitely I have to configure all this. Then I have to test, and then I have to hand over to a customer in the production system, right? So I'm doing all these things in the development system now. Development system, I'm doing it. Then I will test it all as a functional unit testing. I will do it. Then I'll move it to a quality system. From quality system, all the integration testing will done. Then it will go to a production system directly with a TR moment. Okay. Here I'm going to enter HW75 to HW75. So I'm assigning one-to-one assignment here. I'm going to save this. Okay. So all these are configuration done. Assignment is done. If you want to ask, like, if you ask, like, hey, Prashwan, are you going to maintain something in the purchasing group in the manually in the system? Yes, we have to go to material management here, not in the enterprise structure. Material management, purchasing. Then go here in the purchasing group creation. Create the purchase group. Here I can create two entry. I'll explain you here. One I can do HWP, okay, with my name, Prashwan Shetty. I can create my name here, and I can put my number here. Okay, like that I can maintain here, and then I can go with the other entry like group entry will be there. I can say HW7. Okay, here it's like for HW75. A purchase group, I can see. Just I'm giving description. You can change other description also. So just put the number of any official number if you want to enter. This is official number of tax list. You can add here. HW7 is already there. I can enter HW9 or HW HSG. I can put something here. Okay. Like this, I can maintain 3 digit. Always purchase group is 3 digit. Other all you can see 4 digit. You have to enter, and company is only 6 digits. Company is 6 digit, and other all 4 digit, and purchase group is 3 digit. This one you should keep in mind. Okay. So initially, which you are maintaining with the company, right? Details, that's the brand and all, 6 digit will be there. Other than that, 4 and 3. Okay. Save it here. This all data is available now. Okay. So I can choose whatever I want during creation of a purchase order. Okay. Now, if I go and create an order, example, in the sense not order, I have to create a material, right, with a plant number. So what I will do, I want to extend the material to a plant. Okay. I will take the material control panel here. Okay. I'll just search here the plant number. Then I'll get control panel. Imagine I have to extend this material to other plant. Then I have to take the same material number here, copy here, and press enter, and take all the views, whichever views you want to extend for the material number with the new plant. Just do it like this, simple, and put the plant which you have already maintained before, this one. And now I'm going to maintain it. It's for HW75 and HS01. I'm copying this. Okay. So HS01, I think not HS, I have maintained what plant number? Okay, sorry, I have maintained for the plant HW02, I think. Let me go back and maintain for the HW75, right? HW75 is the one which I maintain, new one, right? I can go and just check material management, sorry, logistics general. Here I can check the define check the plant and go with this. And I search for HW75. Yes, this is a plant which I maintain. Okay, and put HW75, save it. Then I can go here, copy this, and maintain the store location for this plant. Okay, go to here, material management, and maintain the store location. You can pass HW75. I did for I think HW02. Sorry, that's my mistake. So you have to copy this all, and I will copy this to HS01, or I can make it HS75 only, or I can make it HS01 and 02 like that. I can maintain. It's easy to remember, and location and all. So I can go here 4, then 5, then 6. Okay, enter. Then come back and delete this, or else it will be like duplication all these entries, and delete it and save it. That's it. Now I'll go to MM01 and I'll take this as a copy and I extend it to the plant number SW75. So it's a simple one. Now I'll not even explain everything now, everything in this scenario. I'll just quickly copy all the data and extend the details, and you just observe me how I'm doing it. That's it. SW75 and go with HS01 and just copy, enter. Okay. So before you, okay, I'll say this, but I have to change the purchasing group. How to change it? I can go here. I can change here purchasing. I can go here SW75. I have to change the purchasing group. I don't want to go with 112. I want to use SWP with my name. If I come here and I can display this particular changes, or I can go with the purchasing. If I see with this particular plan, then you can see the purchasing group here. If I want to see the changes, display changes, then it will show in MM02 have done some changes here from 112 to SWP as a purchasing group. Okay. Now I'll be creating a one vendor with respect to purchase organization SW75, and I'll use all the details here. I'll remove this. Okay. Okay. Let's change. I'll go with SK01. Then I'll enter this SW75, and I'll take company. I can use MAG only. I can extend it to other purchase organization also. Same vendor. Okay. I can do this. Enter. Then it's there. Okay. Click on OK. Then okay. Take this as a reconciliation account, then come to this INR, then 0001, enter and save it. I have maintained supplier master. Now I have to maintain ME11. I have to go with this vendor and maintain the value. Okay. So in that I have maintained 500. I can take it as 510 also. Okay. Or 490 I can make it. No, 495 I can make, which we can see in the PO level. The value is pulling from the info record. That you can learn, right? So value is pulling from the info record. I can put 10 number, then 5, and save it. Then come to MA01, source list, maintain the source list from this date to this date. So I'm going a little faster. Maybe it's because of this knowledge is already shared in the previous process. You just follow the same step to test it. Okay. I'm just choosing the vendor number with respect to SW75, and I'm taking this. Only one vendor is there, so it's easy to manage this, and put SW75 and then enter and then save it. Then come back to ME. 51 is like not mandatory to raise a requisition, but I can explain you how to take the material number and all from the plant SW75. Only one material is there. Then add the number SW75 here. I'm going with the 50 number here. Then I'm going with the source of supply, source of supply. It will take all the things are automatically. And I'll go with this requisition. I'll go to ME219 then I'll take the requisition with respect to the plant. If I only enter the this information, then I'll get it here. Then I can drop here, and I get all the information. Then save here, then take the PO, right? So yeah, I'm saving your time also, right? With this knowledge, not dragging much. Okay. Just I'm going with the goods receipt here. Okay, goods receipt. Then I can manage here as a control V, enter. Then I can do this. It's just 01 as a location, and I can do the check and post. Done. Then I can go with Miro. Then I will do the Miro process here. Enter and take this date, which date you're going to invoice. Okay, take the tax code as a 0 here and take the tax code 0. Then copy the value here. Then do the invoice posting. Okay, that's it. So these are all the information, and you want to know about list of invoice. I can show you the invoice list also. If you go with MIR5, and you can see all the invoice posted with HW01 fiscal year 2024, then you can see all the invoice posted. So these are the invoice posted, and if you want to see the document posted today, 36, you can see this is the particular entry. There's this value. You can see here there are two entries. If I want to see this, this is the entry which happened today. You can go and check the PO, and you can see the history. Now imagine some defect happened, two number. How to balance the defect of return? Okay, you know the PO this. I'm showing this one scenario which will be easy for you. Now I have to return this with the two number to the supplier. Goods return delivery. I can add the material document here, enter. So I have to return some two number. Is it possible to return now? Check it and try to post. Reason for moment I can put here as some defect is there, spoiled, poor quality. Something I can check here. I can try to post. Right? System is able to post the return delivery. Okay, if I go and just check ME23N, if I want to check the history, see here, return is two number, but still invoice is not reversed, right? How I can manage two number as a credit memo? Like I want some money from a supplier because I have paid all the money. Now I want some money back. Okay, so how to get the return of that credit memo? You can do the credit memo and take the dates, which date you're going to take the credit from that, and mention the two number here. The two number, how much value will be there? Just take that value, how much you want to take, right? So in that 490, I think somewhere 1000 or 980, I'm going to take back from from the supplier. I'm going to take this 980, enter, and I enter 980 here, and I will take this 0, then press enter, then save it. Okay, now I have did credit memo, so I'll get a money back from the supplier for how much return I have done for the product. Two number return and two number I'm going to get the money back this much 980. This is a credit memo. If I want to do adjustment, something okay, vendor is saying I want some adjustment of a transfer of this, I got lost. How to adjust the subsequent debit for the customer? Okay, so sorry, supplier. So I have to adjust some money, some 100, 200 rupees his supplier is looking for. So how I should manage? I can do this. I can enter the PO number. So it is asking left out is number is only 48, right? 48 quantity is there. He is asking I want some 100 adjustment. Okay. So this is adjustment where supplier is asking. Okay, then you are going to post like this. Okay, still the error is there. I'll just change this to V0. I'll put 100 here and just post it. Okay, now adjustment is done. If you go and check the ME23N, this is the money what vendor is going to get. Okay, this number of quantity, somewhere 100 rupees, we have to give it to supplier. You have to close this with the supplier. Now imagine you find after some time, you find some loss, in the sense you want to take back some money from a supplier without having any quantity difference. Okay, that you have to take as a subsequent credit. You have to take some money from the supplier with the same PO. You want to take some money back. Okay, then you can put the same number here PO, and you can add something. I want 150 or maybe 50 balance. I want something just for example. Okay, will not. It will be like business I'm talking. 50 is one which I want some back from a supplier. Then I can enter like this. I can do the save. Okay. Now if I go with ME23N, so you can find that entry in the system that, so for this you have given 100 and you have taken back 50 to our company. Okay, here you can see all this as WE as a document you received, and this is the invoice, and these are the subsequent debit and subsequent credit. Okay, so subsequent credit and subsequent debit you should know, and what is credit memo you should know. If any defect happen, you have to return the stock, and there will be a number of this return. This is the money you have to get back from the supplier. Whenever you see minus, okay, wherever you see minus, like you are going to reverse it. Here it's a reversal of this much money, this much of quantity. and this is the reversal, means you're going to get money back to your account. What is plus here, like that much you have given money to a supplier, 24,750 you have paid supplier. Okay, here you are going to like get back. Here it's a positive, you are going to pay to the supplier. So keep this in mind. Okay, so it's easy one. Okay, okay, that's it. There are a lot of things you should learn. As per my understanding, I have explained you all about the process. So let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, so before I conclude the meeting, I want to summarize whatever I have managed to showcase to you all. As a user, initially I managed to take care of entire data, whatever SAP consultants are managed to configure in the production system. I just tested all the, or maybe in the development or maybe quality system, these data are available. So as a user, they should test everything and they should confirm that okay, this is good to transfer. Then you are creating another data of set or any changes, right? For that you have to test as a consultant. I did that testing activity and I checked all the entry which is rightly happening. So like that. So it takes some time to make someone to understand. As a fresher, it takes some time to analyze the system, analyze the business scenario. You should know more and more business scenario. And you should learn about business terminology. What is material? What is plant? What is store location? What is supplier master? Then info record, source list, requisition, purchase order, then GR entry, goods receipt, issue, transfer, then invoice, credit memo, subsequent debit, subsequent credit. Then reports are there in the SAP. What is MRP, material requirement planning? How you manage to generate the requisition automatically, right? How you manage to convert PR to PO automatically? How you manage to handle the PR to PO through the batch job daily basis? Right, if anything business asks to delete some data, how you can delete and reverse it, right? So you have to know like how to balance all this design part and testing, and if they ask something to delete or maybe to change, you have to do it as a functional consultant. If someone like business asks like there are few changes that need to be done other than functional, it's not achievable, then it's called gap, right? Initially it's like fit, SAP given best practices we are using as it is, like it'll be a fit. If you're doing some changes, it's fit configuration. If you come up with the changes, it's called gap. Gap analysis will be done. Later, we'll be deciding about how you're going to achieve that development through what? Through the reports or through the changes with the system or making some new forms or maybe interface changes to be done. How you managing interface changes or development. There are 6 objects are there: report, interface, conversion, enhancement, form, workflow, RISE W. Okay, table level knowledge I have not shown. You have to research more about the table level knowledge. And maybe next HANA session, whenever I am going to share HANA as for HANA system, I'm going to demonstrate, right? That time you can definitely go through all this knowledge. And yeah, if you have anything to comment in the comment box, you can do it and share this video with your friends, colleagues, or anyone who is looking for free of knowledge of material management module. I'll be sharing a lot of knowledge in upcoming days, right? I'll be loading all the videos into a YouTube. There you can learn all the SAP knowledge. If you want some personal coaching and mentoring for job placement or job preparation, you want to prepare for a particular requirement of 0 to 2 years or 0 to 4 years, or maybe a fresher who can just prepare according to the customer requirement. They may ask, Prashun, can you give a couple of resources where I can take interview? I can propose your resume with the proper knowledge. You have to follow 3 mock interview concept with us, 3 mock interviews if you're clearing from associate level, senior associate level, lead level. 3 interview I'll be keeping, and if you're able to clear particular module level knowledge, then definitely I can promote or propose your profile, or else I can promote your profile in a LinkedIn also. And if you are looking for an end-to-end project level implementation as a real-time sandbox to be set up, and where you want to know about FICO, SD, MM, PPQM, PM, then EWM or ABAP, like whatever area you are exploring, going to explore in real time, right? Even I can arrange someone who is experienced of basis and security GRC side also. I can arrange all the experienced people. IBP, EWM, TM, I cannot go that much in depth, but I can ask with the experienced people to join my program, which is going to start from July 20th. At least for a 1.5 month, I'm going to engage with everyone. From August 1st to August 31st, you can practice as much as possible in the sandbox. 20th, we start this program. You can join that program, which you can experience, but it's like fixed for the timing in the morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. If you want to wish to register with my coupon code, use my TGS70 coupon code to register through www.taxskills.com. This go to website and enter this URL, then put all the information of your name, details, contact number, then put the code as TGS70, then submit it. And I will be taking a counseling of your experience, and I'll take 30 minutes of discussion. Then from that, you can decide about your mentorship with me. Thank you all. Have a great day and happy learning.